Hi, everyone, and welcome to the start of MHA 626 Legal and Ethical Issues in Healthcare. This is your course instructor, Kevin Valadares. Just going over a brief overview of the course, the Blackboard site, a little bit about myself, the content, the assessments in this introductory YouTube video. So I'm glad you're here. Want to have you maneuver through the course as I guide you through this brief summary. Um, and what you'll see is how the layout of the course is. I think many of you are familiar with it because you've taken other courses in the program, but we'll have the Start Here button, all the assessments that we'll go over, and then the modules for the 6 weeks in the course as well. So why don't we start with the Start Here function? It has all the juicy content for this course. I'm going to start with the introduction, syllabus, and calendar. I'd like you to go here first. So MHA 626 is legal and ethical issues in healthcare. It is challenging in a 7 week time period, to um, really dissect all the legal and ethical issues in healthcare. So we essentially have six primary topics, and the topics will really cover from a 30,000 foot level, the big picture issues, from legal issues to ethical issues, but also much more germane um, to where you are all. It's not meant, this is not a course, an introduction to law school, but it really touches upon issues that involve healthcare organizations, healthcare professionals, and users. And I mean users, not just patients or residents, but family members, employees, contractors, a variety of things. What you'll see is a course map here, which you can take a look at. The course map really is a module by module or week by week description of the course learning objectives connected to the each module learning objective. I'll be able to show you that as we go through example of one of the courses, one of the modules. But if you really want you to start with the course syllabus, the description it right here pertaining to the MHA program. The course learning objectives, I'm going to blow this up a little bit, are a little bit different because there are some new and I think exciting things that I'm adding into the course. Um, i- in addition to focusing on legal and some basic ethical issues in healthcare like professionalism, there's going to be a big focus on organizational ethics. You'll be working as a team in terms of that. That's the third bullet point. But we're really going to focus on integrate, I'm going to say three themes into all the topic areas. Using generative AI responsibly, especially as it pertains to addressing ethical issues in healthcare decision making. Integrating EQI, emotional intelligence skills, that I believe is one of the most important, and I'm going to say ranks in the top three skills, attributes that all of us can work on. And then also apply something that might be new to you, smart brevity, the concept of smart brevity in terms of communication and how we can communicate these issues clearly and efficiently. The core competencies of the program also connect to this course in terms of four domains that are listed over here. Generally, I think, as many of you know, this is an online asynchronous 7 week course. I'm using Wednesday as the class day. Just think about Wednesday as the day that new material is posted and available. It's also the due date at the end of the day, Wednesday. And so I know it's in the middle of a work week, but it allows individuals to have a Saturday and a Sunday to work on stuff. Um, and so think about Wednesday as the class day. You can communicate with me in really email is going to be the fastest. And I respond usually pretty quickly, definitely 24 hours, but most of the time pretty quickly when there's a course in session. My goal is to turn around assignments and feedback on assessments quickly as well. There's no textbook for this class or any courses in the MHA program, but there'll be lots of peer-reviewed articles, a few documentaries, a number of websites. There's a rich plethora of information that we can use for the content and the topics. Now, really, the most important thing that all of you need to be successful is just access to the course. Um, whether it be through whatever device you have and wherever you do it, that's up to you. Uh, but it's just having a pretty strong connection. Even if you're going to be this summer on vacation, not a problem at all. My recommendation is that you just have access to the course. I'm going to be gone for a few days in the course, but I'll have access. Um, and so I think that's the flexibility of this course and the MHA program. So let me go to the assessments here. There's a variety of different things, starting with a brief student introduction, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a second, and then legal case analysis. You're going to be diving in and doing some reflection with EQI. There'll be a healthcare bill analysis and then two surveys. Finally, a team-based organizational ethics case presentation, which, as you can see, is the most heavily weighted in the course. Just for every single assessment, I will do a short YouTube video, just so you'll have the information in writing, but you'll also have my words and everything, just so it's a little bit more clear. Okay. I'm going to scroll down to the calendar. I'm going to recommend, oh, here we go in the calendar. It's just a short calendar. It goes from Module 1 to Module 7. You can see the topics, the course content, and most importantly, the assignments, all due by the end of day EOD Central Standard Time, always on a Wednesday. Those are all Wednesdays, except for the final case presentation, which is due on the last day of the course. I'll tell you what, I have that printed out and I'm looking right at it right now. It's just easier for me to look and see where we are, what we're doing. I would recommend the same thing. Okay. So, um, that's a bit of that information. If you go down here, there's a picture of myself. I really do wish I could have, I've been here at USI for a long time. I've just finished my 25th year, where I'm also the chair of the MHA program. This is the most recent picture. I did have a picture. I think I looked like I was 12 years old, but I did not put that up there. And then I also put a picture of my dog, who I can guarantee you, as I am recording this right now, she is in this position, laying on the floor, working on her tan at home. So, in your introduction, if you feel compelled, I'm going to ask you to upload a picture. Could be a picture of yourself, could be a picture of you and your cat. Um, we're very visual, especially online, so that's a good way to get to know each other. Easiest way, again, to contact me is over here, and there's lots of resources to assist you in the program. We'll be covering some of those. I do want to just certainly all the assessments of the course are here from beginning to end. Some of them you have access to, some of them you don't as you start. But then the modules are here as well. And so if you open up a module, you'll see a overview where it talks about, well, here's what you're going to be doing, here's the content. It connects to the module objective. By the end of the module, you will be able to do this, which is really wonderful. And then instructional materials, you'll always see, again, another YouTube video, maybe some readings um, based on the week. 2 weeks will be open at a time, so you can certainly work ahead, although the course builds upon each other, builds upon itself. And so there isn't really a need to open up everything. I'm going to ask you to start with the student introduction and the EQI self-assessment. And then as we keep going in the course, everything else will unfold. So, want to thank you for being part of this experience. Please reach out to me if you have any questions whatsoever. Let's get started. Thanks very much, folks. Bye.